Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. If you're here in the Discord, YouTube, X, or Kick Chat, go ahead and say what's up. Let's see who's with us this morning. We have Bob J. Prowse, Fat Guy, TW Spastric, Hockey Shane, Cube Q, Cizano, Cyrus, Spastric, good morning. Marcus has been kind of dumping and pumping for the last hour. Really want to try to get into a short here on... Tradeify. We could break down these lows. Would like to get into this. There's gonna be a lot of people covering around here, but no coffee in the morning, Ribs. Been up for 3 hours. First thing I have is a nice cup of black coffee. Equities still aren't rolling heavily. We have a lot of people talking right now, a lot of Fed heads that have been yapping away this morning. Okay, seeing if we get a nice little pop on here. Seeing on this pop if there's anything that we can re-short or get into a short rather. Because we're not taking out 6,400. The problem is going to be the previous day mid, so I don't know how much room we actually have. Very late on that repop. We had Walmart earnings too this morning. That's not helping the case. Trying to get like a nice little pop here. One contract, ain't it? Really want to see a pop to like 75 or 80. A nice one. Okay. Let's see if we can get a nice one up to 75 here. Dang, so fast. Tried to get that all the way to 75. It's just so fast. 6395 is the level to watch in the S&Ps. All the way to 75 would be what I want. Yeah, Walmart on their earnings call had a hilarious headline about AI, which I thought, like they're trying to do the AI trick. It's got to be a bad call. It's pretty funny. Let's see how much pressure they want to put in this 75 area here. See if we get back through that 60 level. Right, the previous day mid. It's very low liquidity right now. See if we can get a lean in the 60s. Right below this. And then 63.94 should give out. Just needed enough pressure on it. Walmart talking about inflation costs increasing each week. Just want that nice little lean into those 60s. Hopefully nobody front running 65 here. There shouldn't be, but we'll see. Okay, should get this bleed right into that 60 now. There we go. One more tick, then we're done. I'm front running the 60s as well, so. And we're out. All right, that's done. Yeah, that's the one I wanted, that forceful push. I had to front run it though, because I don't know how hard they're going to pop that on thinner liquidity. But whatever. 63.94 is given out too. Right to the previous day mid. A lot of people will cover here, but again, the softness that I was looking for was just so slow to come, so you got to be a little touch and go on that type of trade. You're done for the day. Nice. Good work, dude. Good stuff. Jackson Hole is tomorrow. Well, the part that matters is tomorrow. You know, Jerome Powell speaking at 10 tomorrow. AI at Walmart. It's more about analyzing like customer data and being able to deliver a better customer experience. That's really what it was about. But it's just funny because you know the rest of the call is gonna be bad when they're opening up with that. Told my boss to tell the CEO to say AI. Yeah, that's generally what you see. I wanted all this forceful selling to be happening like right at this arc, and unfortunately they didn't start showing their hand until the push through the previous day mid. So just by reading the order flow I had to get out, and unfortunately we got out early. Front running the 60s. I thought we'd get one more pop we could reshort, but it is what it is. Likely get down to the 50s, 48, 50, that area now. Because the problem is that it takes a lot of liquidity to push through. A lot of these people are going to be covering. So we just have to anticipate that it's pretty likely you're going to get a pop. Some overhead supply coming in. All right, so there's 48. Let's see what happens after him. Now trading at 63.90. A lot of liquidity down lower here. 63.90 is an interesting area. So there's your little pop. Still drilling though. If we could break through 63.90, I think it gets pretty interesting. Especially seeing that there is some overhead supply there. There's a 45 lot there at 35. I'm curious how we interact with that. So if there's not enough sellers to get through this 40 area, we were likely to see a pop there. So it is really contingent upon whether or not we have enough sellers there. Nvidia's starting to roll pretty heavily too. See if we can break through these 40s here. And then that liquidity at 35 should be interesting. Back at those 40s. Nice little pitch and catch there. And a quick little trade there. 1,400 bucks. Just down to that 35 lick. So front running that 35 lick there. Obviously the wise thing to do. Yeah, perfect exit. Jobless claims out in 15 minutes. Man, every single time I think these sellers are gonna exhaust a little bit, and they're just a lot of liquidations though. I want to see a more dramatic pop, but we just keep running into massive overhead supply there. Some sellers are completely dominating this tape right now. Morning first stream as recommended by Scalp God. Where's Scalp God on? Not familiar with them. Yeah, we still just have such pressure on the sell side. We're gonna get right through this. It's crazy. I know who Juvier is. I didn't know that they knew who I was. You know what I mean? See how heavy this overhead supply is? It's crazy, huh? I would have loved to see just like a bit more of a forceful push. It's just waiting for a pop. It's hard to find an entry on this. No, it has nothing to do with jobless claims. This is right there. So what I'm looking for on an entry is like a solid pop into aggressive selling. And we are getting pops, but it's just not, they're not like solid pops. I want to see people like closing shorts heavily and then back into that heavier overhead supply. But we're just getting micro pops and pullbacks. So it's difficult for an entry. Got some lick down here at 63.85 in the S&Ps as well. So let's see what happens at 63.85 here. Almost coming down to the previous month mid on the NAS here. Okay, so there's a nice solid pop there. People front running 63.85 in the S&Ps. Microsoft little micro pop. So 10 minutes now until the jobless claims. I'm starting to see this settle now more, so don't want to be in it. Getting very close to jobless claims too. So just being flat, I think it's fine. Still aggressive sellers. Jobless claims and PMI are going to be pretty equal as far as importance goes. Another CEO on the call just talking about AI. So Nvidia rolling right now and Microsoft rolling is what's causing the NASDAQ to hamper down here. Staking crypto is good as long as you can do it with like weekly rewards. And I mean, if you can beat whatever the coin's doing, you're going to do great. It's just tough if you have a very volatile coin. Let's say you're getting paid 5% APY and the coin is swinging up and down 20% every week, you know? Yeah, I'm probably not going to trade this until Jobless claims. It's just going to be choppy down here. So, you know, we're up 1490 in the per C. We're up $3,000 and we're almost 3,500 in Tradeify. So the previews for jobless claims, we're looking at, the consensus is going to say 225,000 estimate for initial jobless claims, continuing claims at 1.96 million. Both slightly higher than the last read. The prior read was 224 and 1.953. Does market usually move on unemployment claims? Yes. If it's not an inline print. When you have volatility like this, you're going to have market reactions. It's a bug of luck, D-best. So if we would have had this type of pop 20 minutes ago, that would be the type of pop I'd be targeting for a reshort, but now the landscape has changed. So this is kind of like where I talk about the markets are completely and entirely contextual. Right now, this pop is not equal to if we would have had this exact same movement on pre-news. This is folks rushing to cover before the news. So everything's contextual. There's no one size fits all for anything in the market, in my opinion. What is front running? Putting your orders in front of a likely area to get filled before everybody else. Overhead supply is overhead supply. This is overhead supply. Orders overhead. Numbers are cooked? Yeah, but we trade the cooked numbers. Did you bank yesterday on a drop? Not really, no. Only made like 11, but could have made probably 600,000 if I was locked in. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. So. So we're right at 63.90, just under 250 pre-news here. Got less than 5 minutes until jobless claims come out. Also, what else? We get the Philly Fed business outlook, which not really going to impact the markets all that much. Unless you're a Dow trader, I guess. Not even a Dow trader, just not going to be that important. Jobless claims will be, though. A lot of talk so far with the Fed heads talking about how 2026 is going to be where you're going to see the Fed may be going close to the neutral rate, but they say that every year, so nothing really new there. Nobody really talked about Lisa Cook either, which was weird. Monica says, Ripster, obviously a great scalper. Have you ever swing traded? My biggest trade of all time was a multi-day trade. Over 3 million GameStop options. Most of my trades during COVID were multi-day option swings. It's fun. You get to wake up next morning either with a hole in your chest or bricked up. Yeah, if you went into COVID already knowing how to trade, it was a blessing. And there will be more market cycles like that. Just might be 10 years from now or 5 years from now, 2 months from now. Who knows? I remember distinctly, like, the morning where you wake up and you check your phone just to see your portfolio, your short-term portfolio positions, and you're like, ah. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, holy. Sometimes you wake up and you're like, no. All right, let's see. We got 2 minutes now. 2 minutes until the news. And then we can get more participation like we had on that fade back down. Probably won't take a trade until shortly after we get some reaction. There's just a lot of participation during COVID. A lot of people were getting money from the government, so they were trading with that. A lot of participation. It's your biggest loss, 7 figures, single day. Talk about it all the time. All right, inside 1 minute now. Look at that order book. Empty. Wow. Look at that. Still haven't gotten the print yet. $235,000, a little bit higher. $1.97 on continuing. So slightly higher, ticking higher. Philly Fed missed, negative 0.3 versus a 6.5 estimate. Miss on Philly Fed, higher jobless claims. Ooh, prices paid are way up. That's funny. Oh, I believe it, Spastric. I believe it. We're just rinsing right now at very low liquidity. So back to that point of control area. A real break would happen below 215. It's a ways away from here. Gonna be buoyed by 63.85 in the S&P, so still a no trade for me. See what happens here above 250 if we start probing that area. It'll be interesting. New here, been seeing your videos a lot. Thanks for the content. Where have you been seeing the videos? Instagram, maybe? Yeah, we're starting to really push up now. That 250. A nice little snapper dinger. So running the VWAP on multiple names, Amazon, Microsoft, Meta, not even close on Nvidia, maybe a little bit on Google here. So why would it go up on a bad print? People, I've seen a lot of chats about this. The Fed's goal is to cut rates if prices and inflation are too out of control. It's their only way to control inflation. Cut rates, raise rates. If we have people out of work, there's less money in the economy. Less money in the economy means less credit in the economy. You want to give people access to more credit, you cut rates. More credit equals more money. Round and round we go. We're simply repairing also the structure from people shorting this into the ground. So. So next print is 9:45, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, 9:45. It's gonna be the preliminary PMI numbers for August. So I haven't taken any follow-up trades here, just kind of watching. Facebook Reels and moved to Insta. Had a lot of trouble with greed and overtrading emotions. Gotcha. Yeah, I wonder, the Facebook Reels, I don't know if it's like the automatic output from my Instagram page, or if it's like clippers, or if it's fake accounts. I have no idea anymore. There's like a big fake Rips fan page. Wish that those people would, instead of trying to scam people, just come and work for me. I'll pay them more. More than what they would make for scamming people. Because then they could just run those pages legitimately. That guy sent fake Rips his life savings the other day. Yeah, it's insane. And then tried to blame me for it. If anybody's looking to do the clip thing, send you the link. Anybody can do it. It's free. This right here. It's all automated too. Get paid. It's very easy. If you're already watching the broadcast anyway, might as well clip, you know. Yeah, if anybody wants it, Discord. Right back down. Just gonna let this market settle. It's very bipolar right now. Sometimes I like getting involved in markets when they're like this. Sometimes I just like backing off and letting it find its own range first. I had forgot to enable the AI bleeps, Tim. I had them turned off, so I just reactivated them. What clip thing? Link right above your head. Why would anyone actually send you all of their life savings? LOL. Well, it wasn't me. But there's fake websites that people have gone to the trouble of creating that basically say that you can copy trade me, which is not true. I don't have any copy trading services, crypto services, anything. I never will. Not gonna do that. So they get conned into thinking like, it's always just like the most ridiculous thing too, where it's like somebody offers is just like, hey, basically, if you put in your money, you're just gonna get money on autopilot. And people are lazy, ignorant, stupid, greedy, desperate. And they're like, wow, finally, I don't have to worry about money anymore because I just put it in this magic money machine and it creates more. Not thinking for one tiny second, like, oh, that doesn't seem very likely. That's absurd. You know? Somebody did that and then reached out to me, actually me, on Twitter in a comment calling me a scammer, and then DM'd me, which I think is just hilarious because if you know where my real account is, before you were consumed by your own stupidity and your own greed and sending your life savings to somebody, wouldn't you want to just triple check that? You know? Wouldn't you just want to just maybe triple check that for a quick second? Nah, I'm about to be rich, baby. People create very compelling looking websites. And it has my face on it. And it has like a win rate, shows me having like oh, 6,000 people are already signed up and copy trading with me, and they're all making money and like reviews and fake stuff. And like, yeah. It looks very convincing, but again, like it just takes 5 seconds of common sense, or just be like, okay, I'm interested, but I'm going to wait until he's live and then post that question in chat and be like, hey, Rips, just want to confirm this is your site and this is you, right? And I'd be like, dude, absolutely not. That's a scam. Obviously, that's a scam. So I saw an FB site that looked real with you on it, but I know it's not you. Correct. That's not me, unfortunately. And that's what I was saying. Like, I wish these scammers, instead of trying to scam people, would then make an honest wage with me running those Facebook pages with my real content. Be great. People are stupid. I had a fake one reach out to me on Twitter, but this Rips was wearing a white shirt on his profile. Really? Are you serious? People are like creating a white shirt version of me? Yeah, Telegram is another. Dude, like if you, like every single morning I wake up and I have to block a new account. Like today it was like @Stacy839 with my profile picture. And then the name is Rips, but their handle is like @Stacy839. And it's like, you want the blah, blah, blah Rips super secret Telegram group. Click here. And it's like, man, nothing I can do. There's literally nothing I can do. Nothing I can do to stop it. It's completely out of my control. And the funniest part is that they continued to blame it on me. Like it's my fault that they're so stupid. Like continued to blame it on me. You're not doing enough. Like, oh, okay. How am I supposed to know that you're talking to some scammer, bro? Hold on. Hold on, I'm getting something here. The username is Dingus. Nope, hold on. Retarded Dingus 69. Okay. This person's getting a DM from a fake Rips right now. We gotta go find them. Yes. How am I supposed to prevent this? The number one recurring lesson since tuning into your streams for me has been patience. Watching you 11 years and apply that daily has been super helpful for me. Yeah, and it's like, you know, like yesterday's trade. I didn't get what I wanted on the way down. I did catch multiple pieces of it, but not what I wanted, right? I got multiple pieces of it, but not what I wanted. I didn't catch the whole move because I didn't get what I wanted. Ends up being an $11,000 day instead of multiple hundreds of thousands. Is what it is. Nothing I could do about it. Those are my trades. Didn't take any other follow-up. When I said I'm not trading, I didn't take any follow-up trades. This is the only trade we've taken today. Little pop shot. Worth $1,400. Is what it is. Trying to find ways to just not care about it. You know, you just don't care. Like, tons of people had monster days yesterday. Oh, well, doesn't mean anything. If it would have set up a little slightly differently, I could have layered into it, but it didn't. So I'll wait for it when it does. What's your thoughts on footprint charts? I used to use them all the time. I prefer the way that I trade now because it works better with my brain than what I was doing with footprint, TPO, and just reading a DOM. Send me that account. I want to see White Shirt Ripsy. I want to see that. See what that looks like. Spazric, you always seem to find the you always get DMs from these scammers. It's hilarious, and you just take them on a nice walk. Ribs called me yesterday. I didn't know he had an Indian accent. Loan him some money anyways. Well, hey, you know what? I sound different on the phone, I guess. Did TJR rent his Koenigsegg? How am I supposed to know? Don't have anything to do with that transaction. Nice little round trip here. Back to these lows, 63.85. Still that line in the sand in the S&Ps. I mean, we did find some more liquidity up there for sellers. I just didn't think that we'd stop at 270 so abruptly. So, missed the trade. Oh, well. What are you going to do? I like the footprint better than the bookmap view, though. It does help me determine size and staying in trades longer. Want to see something cool? Watch this. About to blow your mind, dog. Give it a second. Got some loading to do here. Got halfway loaded. A lot of data. Man, I was in Vegas last week and it was just so hot. Rips, I have no idea how you survived there. So last week there was this thing, and I understand where you're coming from, but last week there's this thing that came out, brand new invention. I think they call it, I can't remember, what's the name? I think it's called air conditioning. I can't remember the exact term of it, but it's crazy. They just invented it last week. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Mind-blowing. Here's footprints in Bookmap, by the way. If you want footprints in Bookmap, you can obviously change the layout of them and all that, but you get the idea. If you want to do both, you can make the text bold and all that, but yeah. There you go. Still coming down. Say 385. Still that line in the sand. That if that were to break, the problem is we just don't have any other equities besides Nvidia that are really like pushing lower here. Yesterday it was everything but Microsoft. It's just so crazy that Microsoft, like, man, there's so many things yesterday that could have just made it such a choice day. But you know what? That's discipline right there. Only making 11K yesterday on a day where you could have made multiple hundreds of thousands. It stings, but it's good discipline, I suppose. It's probably why I'm the trader that I am, you know? Can you release a sarcasm course? Yes, 100%. There are still a tremendous amount of sellers on this tape. Just not anything fitting my criteria. I know. It's annoying. I don't like this type of tape. Just, you're one pop away from losing everything, you know? Like, if I get involved in this market, it's pop shots for a couple grand here and there. And then all it takes is just one little headline, one little pop. It's just so uneasy to be a seller. Like, this is a great entry as a seller. You can see, look at that popping overhead supply. Just, it's great, but I thought we'd get more. I thought we were gonna absolutely get through another leg of that, maybe up to 300s, but if it doesn't fit my criteria for a setup, I'm very good at not trading it. And I have no problem not trading it. One of the biggest lies you could tell yourself is that you'll never see a market like this ever again. You will. It may take years, but you will. Oh, I'm never gonna get a trade set up like this. Yes, you will. It's not a big deal. You miss some trades, oh well. I'd rather miss trades than smoke my balance, you know what I mean? Like we have a fee covering balance right now, $14.90. We cover future fees. Yesterday, my fees were what, $500? So we cover 3 days of fees. I think my, let me see. Yesterday, fees were, I think 500 exactly. $575 and 40 cents. Oh. Okay, let me bring this over. Not doxing myself, right? Nope, don't think so. If I am, I am. Whatever. Just always got to triple check. I really don't want to get another new account number. There you go. That's what you want to see, though, is consistency. That's what we made yesterday. There's our fees. But this is what you want to see, is just consistent profitability. Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Friday. What's your turnaround cost per contract? It's as low as you can go. I'm sure if I called AMP2 and I said give me even lower, they'd give me lower, but you know. It's not something I really care about or pay attention to. Is that account number considered private? Yeah. I mean, you're not supposed to show it. There's a lot of things that are in the way from people compromising your account, but just to be on the safe side of things, you should not be revealing your account number. So there you go. Should be around $450 per trip. I don't think it is. I think it's lower than that. I think I'm paying like $2 a round trip. Something very low. Maybe it's more. I don't know. Again, couldn't be bothered to waste my time figuring that out or asking them. I don't really care. It is what it is, what it is. It's like tipping when you're gambling at the tables. If you're winning, don't really matter. Yeah, tipping's good. 6385 going in for that test again. Let's see. Like $500 commission on 11K is like 5%. That is a lot. Oh well. Took a lot of trades. Life goes on. Somehow I'll survive. Chris, can you give me a quick little walkthrough of the levels on your chart? I know they're a spaceman indicator, but you did the 4-hour hold a higher value than the previous day month. It's all contextual and how we interacted with that level recently. This is a good indicator, a good little barometer to have on your chart. Like yesterday, the 60s were more important to me than anything of the spaceman indicators. Just like I'm going to be watching these 3 levels at the downside today. You can see that we've had a triple topping area here, so we will consider the previous 4-hour high to be quite important if we interact back at that level. So you averaging 100 contracts or more today? It depends on the day. Yesterday, obviously, we traded over 100 contracts. Not in a single position, but over all the trades we took. We took, like, let's see, 1, 2, 3 trades, 4 trades. I think 4 trades yesterday. We averaged 25 contracts in each one. Oh, there you go. Could be slippery down to that green line, right? Well, if we get more bad news headlines, sure. My Dom says low of day at 1575. My chart says 1275. What the heck? It's probably because you have your day time set differently on both. You intend to retake your Series 3 I sit next month? No, the only value that I'd get from that would be being an IB. I've been asked to be an IB for multiple brokerages now. I get email offers, a lot of offers for various things. You know, crypto trading platforms, other new prop firms that are just starting out, established prop firms, crypto casinos now. I get offers every single day in my inbox. And one of the offers that I've been getting for basically the last 2 years is established brokers that are looking for, you know, somebody to onboard traders into their platform. So there would be value in that if I wanted to do that, but I don't know that I really care about doing that. Size would you trade if you accept rips? Accept what? Use an indicator to show point of control. Visible range volume profile is what I use. What's up, J-Well? At this point of your trading career, is there still a non-zero chance you wipe out all accounts? I mean, it'd be very difficult for me to do that. I mean, I would have to be in some very strange frame of mind to do that to myself. It's kind of like, you know, I have guns in my house. I'm not going to go grab a gun and start shooting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to think of like the most dangerous thing I could be doing. It just seems awfully strange. I mean, anything's anything's possible. There's knives in my house. I could start going crazy with a knife and cut off all of my fingers. I don't know. Like, it's a weird question. I don't know how to answer that. Can do anything. And people get crazy enough, I guess. I don't know. This seems weird. How do you enter and exit trades most of the time? Market orders or stop and limit. Depends on the setup. But there'll be times when, you know, I use buy stops to get in or sell stops to get in. Obviously, market order stops to get out of positions. I'm not going to use limit stops. Especially like for emergency. Imagine using like a limit stop on 100. Everybody knows that guns shoot by themselves. Yeah. I mean, it's a weird question. Anything is technically possible, but you'd have to be in some weird state of mind to start going crazy like that. Which app do you use? Bloomberg Terminal. Can also use squawks. Squawks are very cheap in comparison, but they're still somewhat expensive for. Depends on who you are, I guess. I think that was a SIG. Or no, was it a SIG or a Glock that was having issues? No, I don't think it'd be either, actually. What was it? I know what you're talking about. I saw those videos all over. It was crazy. It was a SIG. Dude, that's spooky. I love SIGs, too. I had a lot of SIGs. Financial Juice is a good squawk. See if they offer a trial and try it out. You're going to find out you absolutely hate squawks. It's been every single time I've ever recommended a squawk to somebody, they're like, I would never use this. I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right. I think at the end of the day, too, people are asking that question because they just think like, oh man, if I just have this one little thing, all of a sudden profitable trader now. Trading is going to take you so freaking long to figure out, man. I have a bunch of H&K, Heckler and Koch, or Heckler and Coke, whatever you want to call it. I have a bunch of them. I have a, what is it, HPSP 5K or HSP 5K. VP9. What else? Blocks are great, yeah. Yeah, VP9s are still like flying off the shelves. Ambidextrous, mag release, very lightweight, half and half construction, just beautiful piece. Fat guy, you're not wrong, dude. You're not wrong at all, dude. That's probably why I haven't figured, like, you know, I don't care. You know, whatever. 6385 finally gave out. Now we're dealing with this traffic here. Got two areas to watch. 190s. I mean, those would be pretty heavily trapped. You figure 190 is probably gonna be the first bounce area. Breaking 200, 190 bounce. That's what you think, right? That's where your mind goes. $500 channel points away from free month Clubhouse. Here, let's make it easy. Prediction time. Let's do this. Well, kind of want to do a gambling prediction, but whatever. Which comes first in the NQ? Let's make it super easy. All right, go ahead and vote. Making it super easy. How many points is a month at MC? Yeah, you just click that little channel point, little bubble thing, and it'll tell you all the things that we have available. 25K Tradeify Lightning funded account. Wow, can't believe that's in there. It's crazy. Morning, Rips. New trader here. Should I learn to trade with indicators? If so, can you recommend maybe your top 3? VWAP, Spaceman BTC. Third one, I want to be pretty... Oh, visible range volume profile. VRVP, VWAP, and Spaceman. I think that's... If you can learn on those 3, I think it'd be good. And also, Edna, I would say be prepared to dedicate 5+ years of your life before you're going to get anywhere that you could say, I'm figuring this out. Those have to be the basic 3. I mean, I don't think a lot of people are actually using, I mean, VWAP for sure, but Spaceman and VRVP, I don't see a lot of people really using that, to be honest. On my trading chart, my actual execution chart, which by the way, I'm very rarely ever even looking at. It's only VRVP and VWAP. I am rarely ever looking at the chart in my execution window. Literally just looking at the DOM and clicking buttons. I'm looking at bookmap and my actual other chart here. Why do you like VWAP so much? I've been using it since the beginning of time. It's just a good indicator. And it's respected. It gives me, you know, I mean, it's the volume weighted average price. It gives me a lot of information that I can see at a bird's eye view, so to speak. It's just the instant information I'm looking for. I use EMAs on the Mag 7, which is helpful, but if I had to pick between the two, I mean, I would pick VWAP over the stacked EMAs I use. Before you ask, 520, 5200 is my EMA stack. What do you think of periodic volume profile? You know, you can use the session. I think it's going to be much better. The session volume profile is going to be better serving you, in my opinion. Something like that. Going to be much better serving you, in my opinion. But do whatever you want. VRVP, Victor Romeo Victor Papa. The input setting, sure. Take a screenshot. Just take a screenshot right now. Okay, get that screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's the bottom half. Get that screenshot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. Yeah, a lot of people use standard deviations on their VWAP. I've never been using them myself, but I have nothing against using them. I have nothing against anything that you're going to do on your own charts. Find something that works specifically for you. I promise you there's going to be people out there, no matter how hard you try to teach them. If you try to teach them bookmap, there's going to be a subset of people out there, no matter what, it's never going to click for them. And that's fine. It's okay. No correct way to trade. There's your way of trading, and hopefully you can figure out a way that works for you. That's it. Who cares what everybody else is doing? I don't care what anybody else is doing when it comes to trading. I don't care. I'm here to make money and put money in my account. That's it. I want to find things that work for me, that work well with the way that my brain works, with the way that I think. If I can find something that works for me, and dude, people talk shit about my trading style all the time, and I don't care. Sorry, that was, people talk shit, there we go, about my trading style all the time. I thought I disabled or enabled it, but I actually disabled it. Now we're back. Sorry. I thought I turned it back on. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that trading is always going to be all about you. If you're trading for other people, I mean, unless you're actually working for somebody, right? But like at the end of the day, trade for you. If somebody comes along and they're like, oh man, your charts look like ass. I can't believe it's bleeping that. All right, I gotta go into the settings and change that. But anyway, whatever, who cares? Focus. If somebody looks at your charts and they're like, oh man, your trades look like total ass. I can't believe it. Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. If you're making money, that person, literally, who cares? Who cares? Like, who actually cares? If you're making money doing what you're doing, keep doing it. Doesn't matter what anybody thinks about your trading. It's for you, dude. You make money trading? Great. You're crushing 95% of the competition, dude. So, I always say that too. Like, don't worry about other people when it comes to trading. It doesn't matter, dude. It literally doesn't matter. Make money for you. Do what you can do. Feel good doing it, and do more of it. If you're losing at trading, good. It's where you're supposed to be. You need to learn more. If you're consistently losing at trading, good. That's the trading God's trying to teach you something. And like, dude, people are always like, well, you don't think ICT concepts work? It's like, great. If they work for you, fantastic. I don't care. I don't care. I want them to work for you. I want to see people succeeding as traders. That's why I do these streams. Truthfully, I want to see you making money. That's all I care about. Make money, have a good time doing it, make more of it. Oh, you don't think this concept works? I hope it works. I hope it works for you. I know it works for me, and I keep leaning into it. That's it. I want to see you winning. Truthfully. What I don't want, yeah, exactly. Like Gus says, just don't want to see frauds. Yeah, I don't want to see people that are liars, man. People who show you one account one day, another account another day, tell you that they're going to, I'm going to show you my brokerage statement every day. All that stuff. I hate it. Drives me up the wall. There's people who are shilling their discords. They make $0 as an actual trader. They use other people's concepts. They're garbage. They're terrible humans. They rent their whole lifestyle. Most of them live in Miami. It's just, be careful who you follow. You will become who you put yourself around, believe it or not. So put yourself around winners, people who can prove that they're winners, and the rest will fall into place. It's going to take a long time, though. You're expecting like, man, I've been grinding this for 6 months straight, Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day. Good, man, good. You're learning so much for your future self. Good. I love that. Oh, but I'm still not profitable. Good. You're not supposed to be. It's going to take a very long time, dude. Look at that pop-up, by the way. Woo! Woo! That sucks. Imagine if you nailed that top tick and you're just like, there's no way this is going to be that strong of a pop. And then you're sitting here now like 40% in the prop and you're like, oh, God. And then you're sitting there, do I add there? This is why I don't like these little bit of wonky ranges. If we had more pressure coming from equities, more clear picture coming from equities, I'd be all over this trade. But I'm not getting that, so I just wait. Oh, Rips, you're only up $1,400 today. I know, I see it. What am I gonna do? I'm not gonna get riskier because I need to be up more right now. No, just chill, just relax. Maybe that's the only trade I take today. Okay, cover some fees in the future. Cool, great. How do you tackle the low during the phase when you are not profitable? Listen, the good news is that there are props. All right, the good news is that there are prop firms. I never started on prop firms. I only traded prop firms the last 2 years or so, simply to help people in my group. That was it. I started trading my own money when I first started trading. It's very expensive. I was successful in my life at the time, so I had money to blow. I blew a lot of it. When you have a lot of money to blow, you know, I do gambling streams now. I blow a decent amount of money doing the gambling streams. Like yesterday, anyway, when you have money to blow, you kind of disrespect the money, but it gets to a point when you're like, man, I've been refilling my account often. And you keep putting money in, keep putting money in, keep putting money in. And you're like, man, you look back and you're like, holy smokes, this is a lot of money. And then when it starts to get to that point, you start to take it a little bit more seriously. And this is just my own journey. But then you start to feel the pain when it's not working. I got duped by my first week of trading because I made a lot of money my first week of trading. I got very, very lucky. I was trading an ETF pair, JNUG, JDust. They're still around, I think. Direxion is the company. Yeah, there they are. JNUG, Direxion. It's a 3x leveraged ETF. So when gold is going down, this one goes down, but watch. So JNUG down on Tuesday. Watch this. JDST is going to be straight up on Tuesday. There you go. There's Tuesday, straight up. So it's a pair, right? One goes up, one goes down. I got very lucky. I was on the right side of it. There must have been some announcement with gold or something, and the miners were going to be rich, and I think I did JNUG. Caught JNUG, and I made like 30, 60 grand in a single session. I was like, man, this is the easiest money I've ever made. This is so ridiculous. Like, this is so simple because in my mind at the time, it's 2x now? Oh my God, it is. It used to be 3x when I traded it. I haven't traded this in at least 9 years, at least, if not a full decade. Anyway, used to be 3x leveraged. But in my mind, you have to understand, it's like, dude, I've had friends that come to Vegas and they've never played, let's just say, craps before. And if you have a hot roll in craps, people who've never played craps before, they're like, this is all you do? You put the money down, you hit the point, and like, how do you actually lose in this game? That's what it feels like, right? And so in my stupid caveman brain, when I was trading JNUG and JDust, I was like, okay, so if JNUG is going up, JDust goes down. And if I'm wrong on that, I just kind of like, I could split the position and just like take off whichever one's not working. Well, it doesn't really work like that. There's contango, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. But anyway, in my retard brain, I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna have to work ever again in my life. This is so simple. I just put on that and then I print money. And that's how I got into trading. That was my very first week ever into trading. This is 11 years ago, 2014. It's not how it works. And so I spent the next 3 to 6 months just getting smoked. And after like 6 months of getting smoked, I was like, dang, I put a lot of money into this. This is kind of stupid. And you're just trying everything, right? You're just trying everything. You're like, oh, let me try equities. Let me try options. Let me try, I didn't try futures until like maybe like a year and a half or 2 years in my journey. It was a decent amount of time had passed before I didn't even know what it was. But anyway, long story short is that you're very blessed because you have prop firms. Prop firms are relatively cheaper than blowing your own money into a brokerage account. Especially if you're doing a brokerage account that's leveraged because it's 25K every fill. And if you're like me, you're doing well over 25K a fill. Just blowing through money. So I would say use prop firms. If your spending is getting out of control with prop firms, then just use a paper account. Use ICT's broker. It's TradingView Paper. It's amazing. It has this button where you can reset it every day and learn to trade on that. There you go. That's not it. So my answer to your question was, how did you tackle the low during the phase when you're not profitable? I kept on redepositing more money. When that got to be like, dang, this is a lot of money, you just struggle through the pain, I suppose. Doesn't get any better anytime soon. Like, you're going to have good trades here and there, but like, Dude, like I'm just thinking back, like a day like yesterday. Here, pull up my trades from yesterday. Like a day like yesterday, I stopped myself from trading. Well, I didn't stop myself, but I was locked up trading when we hit these lows, right? I mean, I could see myself, there's a version of myself in the early years of my trading that are continually trying to reshort this and reshort this and reshort this. And not only giving back 11K, but probably going in the red, like 150,000 on this move back up. Oh, this is the pop I was waiting for. Especially like this right here, this little tiny kerfuffleation. Oh man, short here, short here, short here. Finally get that, lever into it, full contracts here, you know. I'm just thinking like what I'd be doing as an irresponsible trader. Gotta get this, and then really lever into it, and then add, and then wow, you're just getting smoked, and then you think you're going, oh, let me add again, you know. Give back way more than what you made on the initial move. Like this was not great trading by me. I mean, it was what I could get with what I got, you know. Anyway, point of the story is that prop firms are cheap. It's going to be expensive if you make it expensive. If your spending gets out of control, go back to paper. Trade paper accounts. And if you can't control yourself on paper, what makes you think you're going to be able to control yourself eventually with real money? You got to find self-control. You know? That makes sense. Amrutha, this is all for you, buddy. Last 20 minutes of rambling, all for you. 10 minutes, whatever. Anyway, there you go. I would set a monthly budget too on what you can spend on props, and do not put yourself in credit card debt going into props. Do not put yourself into credit card debt going into props. Do not do it. Because, dude, paper accounts exist. They're free. Or whatever, $7 a month or whatever it costs for TradingView. I don't know, $7 a month for data. Just chill out, okay? Chill out. You need to learn self-control. If you have no self-control, you're not going to be able to have self-control as a trader. And I get it. I was there in that mindset too, where you're just like, okay, all I need to do is just start banging out really big trades. Oh, let me get just all I need to do, more size. Like, dude, I can think back to so many times where I'd have like, I remember 60K wire in, and you start the morning, you're down 15K, and you're like, okay, whatever, just go, let's push it. Like, I just need to make more. And then like before even like 8 o'clock in the morning, I'd be just like going out of my mind. Like now I'm down like 30K on the day. Oh, there goes half your account. Bell hasn't even rung yet. Crazy town, dude, crazy town. And like everything that you think is gonna happen doesn't happen. Does the exact opposite. And then you're like, oh, how do they know? Just stupid stuff, you know? What's the Discord link to join? Just hang out in the free streams, man. There's no reason to join Discord. Just free streams, brother. In fact, go over to Kick. Dude, I mean, the things that you would think. I will say this, though. If you can outlast your opponents, which is everybody else who's like too lazy to... And stop being lazy. That's the other thing I'll say. Like, stop being lazy. You think like, oh, it's just going to all start clicking by itself. Dude, you got to do a lot of homework, man. You got to do a lot of homework, dude. Like, you got to do a lot of homework, dude. Like, you need to be so obsessive about the charts. One of the things that keeps me like in the zone every single day is the fact that I have to write a morning memo. I have to go through and analyze the price, look at all the support and resistance, all of the trend lines and everything for the Mag 7. That's what keeps me locked in and in the zone. Like yesterday, that cost me the biggest trade for probably the week, you know? We had a 30K trade this month. That was the best trade, right? 30K on August 1st. Microsoft cost me the big move yesterday because Microsoft refused to give us the roll. If we get that roll in Microsoft, maybe I get it, maybe I don't. But I think in my heart of hearts that I get that trade. But that analysis keeps me honest every day. Like, I know in the analysis today, I was actually shocked to see NVIDIA not very low today. Like NVIDIA kind of trading around where it was yesterday before the market opened, you know? And I was like shocked by that. I was like, okay. And if I'm not doing that homework, if I just show up and I'm wiping my eyes, it's like 8:25 in the morning and oh, we got 5 minutes till the news comes out and I'm just flying blind. Oh, I just expect it to work. You know what I mean? Oh, I just expect it to work. Buddy, this is such a hard game. Like you just expect it to work. Oh, I'm going to figure it out one day. No, you're not, man. You got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. You think it's just going to happen one day? Well, keep waiting, brother or sister. It's it's just, dude, I'm telling you, you got to put in the homework. You got to put in the hours and hours and hours of time, and you got to learn to suck. You got to learn to be okay with sucking. I suck all the time, bro. I really do. There's a lot of times where I'm like, man, could have done this, this, and this. All right, let's figure out how we get better. How do we improve? Be so obsessed with self-improvement in trading that it makes you sick, that you're disgusted with yourself, that you're not pushing yourself hard enough. Dig deep. It's tough, man. And if you really expect that you're going to be able to figure this out by just kind of phoning it in every day, dude. Again, I say this all the time. You are up against literal rocket scientists. There are people who they can either go into a career at NASA figuring out rocket propulsion, or they can go work for a hedge fund, make 10x what they would have made over at NASA. They're working at the hedge fund. And you think with your little indicators on your chart and you phoning it in every single day, being lazy, you think you're going to beat those people? Come on. And before you tell me like, oh, they're not coming for us. It's the whole market, bro. It's the whole market. It's the whole market. You are up against them, believe it or not. Even with your prop firm account that doesn't even print trades on the tape. Just trying to be real with you. You expect to just moonwalk into this and be a freaking sick trader? And I will admit, like there are times when it looks like I'm just like, wow, it's just so easy. We just click, click, click. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's never gonna be easy. Stop thinking it's gonna be easy. It's gonna be very hard for a very long time. It's gonna suck for a very long time. You're gonna want to quit. I quit for 6 months. I thought I was never coming back to it, right? So. All right, market's opening in 6 minutes here, 6 minutes. Let's see if we can, what do we have left to trade? I don't even want to touch Tradeify. And I mean this with my whole heart. I really don't want to trade my personal account today. And I'm not just like, I'm not memeing. I mean that. I really am, I'm not in the mood to trade my personal account. I'm just waiting for that day that we get muck after 2 clean moves. We might get a 3rd clean move today, but I'm not prepared for it. I'm waiting like, dude, and this is where it's like, this is the stupid part of my trading brain that kicks in. It's like, man, we need 1 day of like cleanup where it's just gonna be total dog food, like garbage. And that's why it's like, even yesterday, it caught me off guard a little bit. I still put my trades in, but I'm just telling you right now, like I really don't want to trade. I don't want to trade my personal account. Might end up putting on something small, but I'm not in the mood to trade that thing. I don't feel like I should. It feels irresponsible, Anyone else's trading view have a disconnect between the profit price and the price bar movement? What prop are you trading with? That's why. You're doing a prop, right? Yeah, that's the problem. I would never use TradingView with a prop, man. Never. You're always going to have, it's tunneling through multiple connections. It's going to be garbage. Yeah. It would be like if I'm using a VPN to connect into a VPN to connect into another VPN and expecting that I'm going to get like instant results. You're going through multiple connections. Yeah, like Tor. Yeah, sort of. Yeah, I'm expecting, like, dude, I want a choppy day. Like, I want a choppy day to clean up this muck. Like, we could have a 3rd day that's crazy. That's why I said this yesterday. I was like, we could either clean up to the upside, clean up to the downside, or same feeling today. I want to do some giveaways today, too. I think one main issue that I still struggle with is sitting cash. One of the things that helped me with that is knowing that one of my buddies, he trades like 4 or 5 times a quarter, and he just makes so much money. And that helped me a lot seeing that. So I was like, man, like he loses a lot when he goes for it. Like he'll swing for the fences. Like that's just the way he trades. He's got a lot of money. When he puts on a trade, it's a trade. You know what I mean? Like it's a trade, dude. And when it's wrong, it costs him like 500 to 750,000, maybe even more. But when he's right, you're talking about multiple M's in that trade. But when he puts on that trade, he puts on that trade. And so like if he can trade 4 or 5 times every single quarter and make that much money, then you can sit on your hands for a couple days or a couple of hours. You know what I mean? He's a futures trader, actually. Friend of mine, kind of a mentor, but just more of a friend. My friend who can't do math when we go to lunch. Can't figure out how to tip 20%. How do you figure this out? Are you stupid? How do you figure out the 20% tip? He's got to be trolling me at this point, right? Just got an AMP account. What execution system you use for it? CQG. CQG. But that's for using TradingView. CQG I like a lot. Probably dying inside every time. Dude, I've never seen him emotional about any of his trades. And it does, you know, there's definitely some envy there, but it pushes me. I'm not like actually envious of him. I'm proud of him. I mean, not that he needs anybody to be proud of him, but it's just kind of like, damn, I want to do that. You know what I mean? That'd be dope. I want to do that. Put it this way. He doesn't have a 100 contract limit. You know? Fat guy, don't try to dox my friend. Get out of here, bro. Stop trying to dox my friend, dog. Dude, that'd be so sick if we have the same friend. It's crazy because me and Ferrari Phil knew some of the same people. So, maybe. Maybe. If they can't do tip math, ask them. Nah. Never mind. He used to work for a firm. One of the major four. So, I mean, if it's... We're probably getting pretty close to that being the same person if they work for a big four. No, don't. I don't want it to be the same person. I don't want it to be the same person. I don't want it to be the same person. Just let me have my buddy, dude. He could be trolling me, John, but, you know. Whose kid is this? Dude, he's a crusher, man. Unless he never shows me he's losing trades. I mean, I've seen some... I don't know. Whose kid is it? That's funny, man. All right, 45 seconds, buckarooskies. Let's go back into Trade Evade here. Keep on doing the thing where I open up Yeet. I gotta stop doing that. I thought I moved it to the side, too. I'll check it in a little bit. I kind of want to check it now. Well, we'll wait. Let the anticipation get me. Do we Tradeify today? Let's see. I don't know. Whatever. 15 seconds. Good luck. Here we go. What up, dude? I don't like it. I don't like it. They don't have algorithms turned on yet. I don't like it. Turn them on, bro. Come on. I don't like this. Sketchy, bro. What are they waiting for? What would they not be turning them all on today for? Look at how thin it is to the downside, too. So hard to trust this, bro. Are they gonna fake the break here? Let's see. Now they're going for it. I'm gonna try to. Yeah, I thought they're gonna fake the break, but they're going for it. Let's get that 200, shall we? Can we get that 200 break? 6385 once again, too. Yeah, that 200 break is what I wanted, and look at that. Let's see. We're only 2 contracts on. I wanted that break at 200s, and I was adding into that there, but market had other plans. You see how thin it is too? I thought we would have got a little snap break there at 200s. What are you gonna do though? Watching here at the 20s now. If we can break 20s, we can go lower. There's a lot of people that are front running those 20s too. See how incongruent the price is? Let's see. Don't be lagging on me, Bookmap. Okay, I'm taking that break at 20s. See if we can go for that break. Hold on, see if they can defend this at 15s. They are starting to defend it a little bit here, actually. I'm gonna take that, actually. See if we can get this roll below 15. They are taking that. Oh my God, dude, and they popped through it. Hold on. They were defending the 15 so heavily, and I thought that was gonna work, but let's see. Get down, there we go, 2 10s. And I need to see those 15s being heavily defended still. Watching. All right, I gotta take that down because they're too dicey at these 15s. Oh my God, did I not close it? What the hell? What the hell? I didn't close that? Oh my God. That's so scuffed. Wow. What did I click? I thought I was over exit market. That's... Wow. Well, that cost me. That's a bummer. What did I click? I must have had my mouse over sold. Yeah, dang it. Well, that's why I wanted to take it down there. That's a bummer. Shoot. That's super annoying. Yeah, no, I literally, like, I thought I clicked exit at market and cancel. That's super annoying. Because 15s, the 15s weren't being defended anymore. Yeah. That's annoying, brother. All right, well, we move on. It's. I could have sworn I had my finger over the correct button there. That is crazy. I think that's max loss too, isn't it? That's got to be, right? Pretty sure that's max loss on those. What a shame. Oh well. All right, moving on. What do we have here? I guess I could do funding ticks. Dang, that was like a perfect read too. Oh well. Is max 3750? Maybe we could try it. Let's see. Okay, I'm back in. You might be right. If we can break those 250s. Let's see. Need to break a 250s here. It is settling right at 250. Not a huge fan of that. Gotta get through those 250s. Let's go for it. 250 break. Let's get the roll below 250 here. Tuck and roll. Let's get all the way through. Beautiful. Nice little recovery here. And good. Okay, back to green. Whew. Disaster averted. Thank you for trading, bud. Thank you. You are my trading bud today. Thank you. Appreciate that, brother. What was the key there? Not going on tilt, not being bothered by it. Obviously, tech issues are going to happen. You know, that's crazy, dude. You know, I'm not gonna bull. You know, like. You heard me. I was like, okay, and we're closing that. We were up $600. That was crazy, huh? We were up $600 in each account, and I was like, oh, we're not getting. 215s were being held, and then that pressure released, and then we got one more dip to 210, and I was out. But instead of being out, I added. What are you gonna do? This is the choppy opening that I was expecting. So I was gonna trade funding ticks to the downside there, but thankfully, trading bud, thank you very much, man. Would you take it if you weren't red? I would have been waiting for that exact trade, but probably taking it on funding ticks. I would have taken that on funding ticks. Lucky recovery. I mean, it's, I don't, you know, there's nothing I can do about it. It is what it is now. I'm happy to be green. So, you know. Is Wealth Charts down for anybody else? I think Wealth Charts is broken for most people right now. Thank you, Trading Bud. Really appreciate that. Seriously. Wealth Charts is currently down. Okay. You have to remember that we are electronic traders. You are going to run into platform issues, whether it's operator error or errors out of our control. It's just part of the game. Let's take on funding ticks versus take profit trade. I think they're both good. I do promote both of them. I only promote firms that I do believe in. And that's, I mean, I can promote any firm I want. I have offers from every single firm that's out there right now. The firms that are in my links below the description, that you see above the chart here, best prop firm deals, all of that. Those are the firms that I will put my name on. Like there was a firm that I got offered to promote, multiple firms, two that I can think of off the top of my head that I was offered to promote, and I said absolutely not, absolutely not. And the other ones I just kind of ignore. There's like multiple prop firms that I said, oh yeah, I'll get to it, but I mean, I don't really have the time to trade them, I suppose, is I guess my answer right now. Just passed a Tradeify growth account. Nice work there, Brian. You have some settings for Wealth Charts. Yes, Ripsmod will post those for you there. Hungry trades. Look at how much defense there is front running into these 300s. That's so insane, dude. And they're probably going to win this. NVIDIA, you dirty dog. Should have added on NVIDIA. This has nothing to do with anything for the stream, but I said I was going to add it to NVIDIA if it hits 125. Thank God that my Leafs will be looking better today, though. Is what it is. What if what if the previous day low is the market pullback and then we just go ballistic now? That'd be fun. I love a frothy market. I love when markets are completely out of balance. It's my favorite thing because then we get crazy volatility. Crazy volatility. Did you only close that trade because it got you back in the green, or did you see something on the tape? No, I would have loved to get more profit. I would have loved to get back to $600 in profit, but the tape was starting to reverse. They're starting to show bids. Even if I end the trade like down $1,000, like, okay, there's not, like, it is what it is. I got to follow the motion of the ocean here. Look at where I closed it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like I closed it at the damn near bottom. That's a Ripsy special. You know? This is my ad down here instead of closing my trade. I closed it right at the 10s, and look at that. 1075. That's when I wanted to close it. Isn't that something? 1075, you dirty dog. Anyhow, what are you gonna do? So this is sort of the cluster that I thought was gonna happen yesterday. Like this was the opening that I was anticipating yesterday. So you can see here, look at where my entry is. The break here. Anticipating this break, that's where that entry is, right there. Anticipating that break, getting the ad down, recovery pop, adding into the push, wrong on the push because I saw defense at 215 and then trying to close at 210. So there you go. $16 flip day. Did you just get here? You missed the whole drama? There's stuff you're going to see on Bookmap that makes you respond in milliseconds. Yeah. The other thing I like to do, which I highly... Dude, anybody a StarCraft player? Anybody know what APM is? Anybody... Like, I do mouse drills every morning like that. And that's like why I'm kind of like in shock that how did... In my mind, I'm not looking at that screen, but I think in my mind, my mouse has hovered over exit and cancel. Actions per minute? Yeah. I mean... You can train yourself to be a quick response on clicking your mouse. Stretching before finger workouts is key. There you go. I'm being dead serious though. I do APM drills and mouse drills. AIM labs for sure. I like Protoss. I mean, Zerg's okay. Zerg Rush was fun back in StarCraft 1. Played a lot of StarCraft 2 beta, more so than the actual retail version. StarCraft 2 was awesome. Yeah, it was fun. You can, I mean, AIM Labs you can do. It's free. There's a lot of different ones. There's web-based ones too. Give me a second. Well, this is why I didn't want to trade the Percy today. It's a good thing I did not touch it. This is the day that I thought we'd have yesterday. This is nonsense, right? Do you see what I'm saying? We are going to have, after clean moves, you have to have, so to speak, a cleanup move. The big clue to me that it was not a Percy day is the algorithm's off the open. There was nothing happening. And then they go that thin to the sell side. I mean, they threw me off, but I took the retest and I was wrong. I thought we break 200s there. I was so confident. And you see how thin it was on both sides because they popped it right back up on no liquidity. You're looking at it right now above my head. Very thin. Got chopped on my first trade. Yeah, I mean, find that patience if you need to. New York only been open for 13 minutes. Yeah, correct. We would have already had that whole move to the downside by now, as of yesterday. That's what's crazy. What do you mean when you're saying something is thin? So if you have 100 contracts on the offer, how many contracts does somebody have to buy to break that level? If there's 100 contracts on the offer. $100. And if you want to make it a trick question, you can say we don't know because there's an iceberg there. You'll never know until the iceberg is cleared out. But let's not make it a trick question. 100. So if between 260 and 280, there is 10,000 contracts that we can see on the offer, layered between 260 and 280. We would call that thick offers. Overhead supply, thicker overhead supply. If I see on the DOM that we have ones and twos and we're actually missing some ticks, some quarters, well, it's thin. And you can have bluffing on the DOM where you can show that we have a very thick depth of market. And then when you interact with the tape, it's extremely thin. It was just bluffing. The algorithms are taking one touch and pulls, which you'll see often. Show 100, somebody buys one, pull the offer. See what I'm saying? Thick versus thin. PMI, here we go. Right now, very thin tape, obviously, because we have news and algorithms are not supporting price at all. Why would they? Let it get cleaned up first. Very thin to the downside here, as you can see. Also thin to the upside. Dangerous tape. Uh, 53.3 versus 49.7. That is returning to expansion. So there's your 200 test and break. Look at how thin this is, though. Wild. People absorbing right into those 200s. Highest reading since May of 2022. See if we can get a quick little scalp here. Missed our entry, but we'll take this lower. Uh, 63.75 line in the sand for the S&Ps here. See if we can actually drill. I want to try to see if we can get pop back around 200 here. Watching. They are showing some bids around 190. If we break this bid stack like that, then we can go lower. Watching for the sweep. Sweeping low and out. Beautiful. Cool. Pitch and catch. My favorite setup. Look at that. I want to be caught in that on the short side. All right, so back to being done with Tradeify now. This is your cleanup day. This is what I was trying to explain to you. This is your cleanup day. This is where they go and they both sides equally. They one side, they flip it over and they say, all right, let's get the other one. Let's them up. Still, again, nothing doing over in the Percy. Haven't taken a single lick of a trade. Look at that V-shaped recovery. My goodness. This is the market I thought we'd get yesterday. This is why I was so touch and go in my trades yesterday. All right, YouTubers, tubes of you. Love you guys. Ripsmod is going to drop a link. We're going to continue the party over on Kick. Maybe we'll take some more trades, but it's not that kind of day where I'm going to be levered in my Percy. Unless we got a crazy breaking news headline. I'm not seeing that happening, so. You know? Did we almost get the channel points back? All right, everybody. I'll see y'all over on Kick. We're finishing up our day here. 1490 plus 879. 16 times 5 plus 58, 85, and 80 cents. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you folks for the Friday stream tomorrow. Be good. Take care.